Your child melts down at birthday parties while other kids are laughing and having a great time. Tags on their clothing sends them into a spiral. The sound of the vacuum cleaner might as well be a fire alarm. And every single day you're exhausted from walking on eggshells, just trying to prevent the next sensory explosion from occurring. You've probably been told that this is just a phase, that your child will grow out of it. But deep down you know that there's more going on. And some days you wonder, am I doing something wrong? Am I being too accommodating? Do other parents think I'm just making excuses for their bad behavior? But here's the truth that nobody is telling you. Your child's nervous system is experiencing the world completely different than other kids. It's often not just behavioral. It's not just a parenting problem, and it's definitely not something that they're doing on purpose. Let me tell you a story about Levi. His parents described him as an extremely unhappy little boy. He refused to go into new places or to meet new people, and every single outing that they did was a complete gamble. And most of the time it ended up in a complete meltdown from sensory overload. And he's not alone. Today, 1 in 6 children experiences sensory processing issues. That's millions of families being told to wait and see while their kids are suffering and missing out on childhood. But Levi's story didn't end there. After beginning neurologically-focused chiropractic care, his parents watched him transform. He went from hiding and screaming when being greeted to smiling ear to ear and happily saying hello. His sleep improved, his speech blossomed. That little boy that was trapped in a sensory overwhelm finally found a glimpse of freedom. So here's what's really happening in cases like Levi's. Sensory processing disorder is not a behavior problem. It's a nervous system problem. Think of your child's nervous system like an air traffic controller. It's supposed to organize thousands of flights all at once, but when it's overwhelmed, chaos will erupt. And for a child, that means everyday life feels like being dropped into this chaotic carnival with blinding lights, piercing sounds, smells that are super overwhelming, and everything is just spinning out of control. And this affects all 7 senses, not just 5. So hearing, sight, smell, taste, touch, balance, and proprioception, which is knowing where your body is in space. That last one is crucial for brain development, but almost nobody's talking about it. There are 3 main ways that kids will experience sensory challenges. Some are hypersensitive, meaning everything feels just too much. These are the kids that will cover their ears. They rip off tags in their clothes. They melt down in crowded places. Their nervous system is stuck in overdrive. Others are hyposensitive. They need extra input just to feel regulated. These are the kiddos that you see that are constantly touching, climbing, crashing into things because their nervous system craves stimulation. And many kids will actually swing back and forth between both of those extremes. That's not bad behavior. That is a nervous system that's desperately trying and failing to find balance. So where does this come from? It doesn't happen by chance. It builds from what we call the perfect storm. It can begin with stress during pregnancy, then birth trauma or interventions, then early struggles like colic, reflux, constipation, or frequent antibiotics. Each stressor stacks tension onto the nervous system until it gets stuck in what we call sympathetic overdrive, like a smoke alarm that won't turn off. That's called dysautonomia, and it's why your child can't come back to a calm baseline no matter how hard you try. Now, occupational therapy and sensory integration therapies can be absolutely wonderful, but here's the problem. If the nervous system is still locked in that sympathetic stress mode, it's like trying to remodel a house that still has a cracked foundation. You can teach them coping skills, but the brain can't use them if it's still stuck in fight or flight. And that's why so many families feel that their progress stalls with those therapies. It's like pushing a car while the parking brake is still on. Here's what I want you to remember today. Your child is not broken. They are not difficult. They are stuck. Their nervous system is trapped in a stress pattern that can be shifted. When we release that tension with neurologically focused chiropractic care, that balance can be restored. Their brain can finally process the world without that constant overwhelm. They don't need more labels. You don't need to wait and see. You need answers and action. Click the link in our bio, comment below, or send us a DM to schedule your child's neurological evaluation with our team of doctors here at Foundations Chiropractic. We would love to help your child experience the world with joy instead of overwhelm.